As you're aware, the last 2 days, we were anticipating the cyclone to hit the Kenyan coast and the Tanzanian coast, and it did hit the Tanzanian coast, perhaps in a more depressed, thankfully manner, because I saw some people trying to say, oh, we thought it would be worse, and I am wondering why we should pray that danger is actualized. Again, I am very happy as the Interior Minister for seeing the cooperation of our people, especially along the beaches, the fisher folk, the people who engage in swimming, leisure, and also sea transport in the territorial waters of Kenya. And I want to thank the county governments of Lamu, Kilifi, Kwale, Mombasa, because they helped us to sensitize communities, and by and large, our people stayed out during the most critical moment. I think now the issue is technically, according to the experts, not likely to present any further risks. And in fact, Your Excellency, our friends in Tanzania, we have last night rescued 21 of their fisher folk who did not take the warning seriously. I think some fishermen from Pemba, 2 civilian boats were drifted unintentionally by the cyclone from Pemba, and 1 boat ended up in Kipini unintentionally. And the other one was taken to Ngomeni in Kwale unintentionally. Luckily, and because the tide was quite strong, because they didn't take the warning seriously, the cyclone found them doing their fishing. There's a reason why I'm giving this last night incident, Your Excellency, because the people, a total of 23 sailors, were thrown out of the vessels in the process. But our Coast Guard, the Kenya Coast Guard Service and the Kenya Maritime Authority have been able to rescue all of them except 2 who succumbed because they were able to float and look for help. And therefore, I'm very grateful to what the Kenyan agencies are doing for the country and even to support our neighbors. So I'm very grateful. The culture of taking security alerts, weather alerts, public safety alerts seriously is very important. We are just left with just within the estates and the villages where people are still crossing rivers when they should not be doing so. And again, that is sensitization that we continue doing so that we treat this thing much better. Otherwise, we hope that we will not have much loss of life. We hope we will not have much damage to property. And the matter that is happening in Kijabe area, I think we are seized of that matter, and it's quite delicate, but we want to avoid a situation where we can have a repeat, because what happened in my Hamayo is already too heavy, and I can feel the weight that could be on the shoulders of my sister, the governor of Nakuru, and the other friends from that place. Once more, Your Excellency, thank you, private sector, thank you, development partners, thank you, county governments, and thank you, national government agencies. The coordination, the unity of purpose is extremely commendable. And I think that's what should be encouraged. I have not seen agencies competing or trying to take credit unnecessarily. And once more, thank you very much, including the Red Cross and other humanitarian partners. Asanteni sana, we have a toll-free emergency number at the NDOC, which I think should help us, especially the county government, to publicize. to as many people as possible, so that we can save situations before they get out of hand.
Your Excellency, our colleagues, governors, all present, let me take this opportunity, first of all, to thank you very much, Your Excellency, for convening this very, very important gathering. You have always been at the forefront to help Kenyans in matters of this nature, unfortunately. But Your Excellency, you were with you recently in Garissa when you actually came about a few days back, and we were together. And we told you, hopefully a time will come soon when we will invite you to Garissa for better activities. I know yourself, Dr. Stephen, next to you there, and many others here, have visited my county 3 times. Twice for flood disasters, and 1 time all the way to the interior of my county, or relating to the drought. Hopefully, Excellency, we'll invite you soon for better things like marriages or other better activities to celebrate with us better days. With the current situation, Garissa, for instance, we are having huge water crisis problem. We are unable to serve water to the town because of the flow of the river, and for that matter, the turbidity of the river. We are unable to supply really water that can be of the type that is fit for human consumption. And therefore, our worry is indeed the kind of waterborne diseases that can come up from there. But more important, Your Excellency, also is the fact that with the road cut off for the last now almost 2 weeks, what we are facing is a huge food crisis. Food crisis, not only for Garissa, but for the entire northern Kenya, Your Excellency. And I'm sure you know yourself very well what that means, including also fuel crisis for that matter. I think what I would want to say is that, again, with the livelihoods lost in a big way. For instance, all our farms in Garissa are gone, and many, many livestock, a large number of livestock also, has been destroyed in the circumstances. What I therefore appeal, Your Excellency, is the thinking around how do we start delivering food to Garissa and to the other parts of northern Kenya through other means such as maybe helicopters or carriers, air carriers, and so forth and so on. Obviously, as a county, we are doing all that is possible to be done, and Your Excellency, we briefed you, Garissa, what we were able to do, and we're doing all our best. But I think things like, for instance, drugs now, a large number of our hospitals and facilities will soon be out of drugs, and even if we have the drugs in Nairobi here, we may need support in terms of delivering them. On the other side, we also want to make use of the opportunity of the rains to get seeds now, to plant whatever we can plant, so that if hopefully we are able to grow, and then after the rains, we should get support also with seeds. We are doing what we can in our small way, but we also need support from the national government in terms of seeds to start growing for food security. That's my input, Your Excellency. Once again, thank you very much for your continuous and constant support to our counties. Thank you.